It's your girl T here, back with the Sunday vidya. I know you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is things unfold in my favor naturally. Things unfold in my favor naturally. We want to be natural manifestors because that's the easiest way to feel into getting what we want. I wanted to explain that in this video. So I pulled over because I had a thought and I thought this would be great for a Sunday video. I remember when I first started manifesting, I thought that from all the videos I watched and all the affirming I did in the scripting, that one day I would wake up and my manifestations would show up in this grandiose way. Like my SP would show up on a horse declaring his love. My bank balance would go from being like $2 to being like $1 million over a period of like a week. I would wake up and my bank balance would just be boom. And all these things would just boom, boom, boom into my life. Like I would wake up into the reality that I wanted and it shifted. That's not how manifestation typically works. And I'm going to make this easy for you by using my YouTube channel as an example. When I first started my YouTube channel, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. I just knew that I had a lot of information to give, and I started it out being a funny channel and just like kind of like just a channel where I uploaded funny things that would happen throughout the day, and I would upload makeup videos for Mary Kay. And when I first started the YouTube channel, I had like 4 subscribers at my top, like for the first month. And I was happy about the 4 subscribers, like 2 or 3 of them were my friends. And it was just for the joy of creating these videos that I did it. And then slowly, I remember one day I was on a walk and I did because I was just starting conscious manifestation and learning about it. And I did this video talking about how your reticular activation system works and how your brain plays a huge part in conscious manifestation and what parts of your brain do what. And my girlfriend watched and she's like, that is your niche. Like, that's what you need to be telling people about. It's so helpful. Like, these funny videos are great, but this is going to help the mass majority of people. So that's when I transitioned into doing manifestation, life coaching content, whatever you want to call it, and explaining manifestation to people and just trying to help people through this avenue. Now, from when I first started my YouTube channel, within the first 3 or 4 months, I didn't even notice, but my channel went from having like 4 subscribers to like 230 subscribers to like 400 to 500. And one day when I actually checked my channel, because I was very nonchalant with my channel, I was more focused on getting the content out and answering subscriber questions than I was on what the numbers were. Like, I still am, but I notice now more than I did before. And then I remember waking up one day and looking at my channel and being like, oh, 700 people are following me and I'm interacting with all these people and answering their questions. And it was this transition, this gradual transition into establishing the channel that I was looking to establish, not because of the numbers, but because it had grown. And it's the same thing with when we're manifesting an SP. Like, when you're on your journey with your SP, you usually go through a transition. Like, you learn about conscious manifesting, and then you'll see movement with your SP. They'll be like, oh, I really care about you. Oh, I've missed you. Oh, how have you been? And you'll see these little seeds of text messages come in, or they'll show up and want to take you on a date, and then they could go no contact, and then they could come back in and be like, I don't want a relationship. And the other day, oh, I do want a relationship. Oh, you're the best thing that happened to me. Your manifestations will a lot of the times trickle in because we're transitioning through the old dirt and garbage that was in our head, and we're conditioning ourselves to fall into the new story of what it is that we're manifesting and affirming for. And through that, it's a bit of a transition period where most people, myself included, think that, oh, now that I know about conscious manifesting, I'll affirm for a couple of days and I'll wake up and my reality will be completely shifted. It's not like that. Manifestation is completely natural, and the shifts in your reality are completely natural. It's a gradual shift, and you will at some point stop affirming for a certain subject because you'll be like, oh, I affirm that I'm a money magnet, and now I don't worry about money anymore. It always comes in from different avenues, but it won't be like you wake up one day and be like, I'm rich. You'll just you'll gradually start to see money flowing in, and then you'll become comfortable with the idea that you're a money magnet, and you won't affirm for it anymore because you trust and believe that money will come in. Same thing with your SP. You'll gradually flow into whatever it is you're affirming for. Say a relationship, you'll start dating, you'll declare a title, then you'll move through the steps into like marriage. Or if you're just jumping straight into marriage, maybe you affirm, you go through a dark period or a no contact period for like 6-7 months, and all of a sudden your SP comes out of nowhere and it's like, I can't stop thinking about you, I know you're the one, let's talk about marriage. It's a very natural transition. It's not an abrupt, immediate transmission, which is what a lot of people think, or like this. I'm not saying you can't have grand gestures or somebody coming in and making a huge show, but I'm just saying for the majority of your manifestations, they'll be natural, and it will be a natural process of slowly conditioning yourself into the new belief, and then you will see the fruits of your labor. It's kind of like if you're doing a sales job or like any kind of job, and at first it's kind of rocky for the first couple months because you're learning and you're adjusting and you're figuring out your new work environment. But if you, let's say for a sales job, you go out and you go into the community and you kind of farm for people, and you put your feelers out and you hand out a bunch of cards, and you don't hear from anyone, you hear crickets for like 4 or 5 months, and then the 6th month in, you start hearing from all these cards that you gave out. People start calling in all the time being like, oh, I got your card from this person, oh, this person referred me to you, oh, I heard about your business through this. It floods in. It's kind of the same with manifestation. We're putting our seeds in the ground now, they're growing, and then we'll naturally transition into seeing the changes, as opposed to waking up into our new outpictured reality with this huge shift in everything. It's very natural. It's very gradual. I shouldn't say it's very gradual. It's not always, you can have instant manifestations, but you get my drift. Like for the bigger things, we naturally transition into it. So if you are disappointed because you're not seeing this like total 360 flip in your world, a lot of manifestations are so natural we don't even notice them until we either like read a journal or we look back in time and be like, oh yeah, I did affirm for that and that is happening now. But it's so natural, sometimes it blends in with our regular everyday and we don't even take notice of it until after the fact. So if y'all have questions about this, please ask them below. And y'all know I love you, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Sunday. Bye.